It's December 31st, and the strange side of history awaits. Today, we have a celebration that began under glowing lights, a nation dissolves without bloodshed, and a continent locks in its financial fate overnight. Let's begin. On December 31st, 1907, as winter darkness settled over New York, thousands gathered in Times Square, unaware that they were about to witness the birth of a ritual that would outlive them all. High above the crowd, atop the newly built Times Tower, a strange object waited in silence. An iron and wood sphere, hollow and glowing, engineered not only for celebration, but necessity. Fireworks had been banned, so instead, at precisely 11:59 p.m., the ball began to descend. As it dropped, the noise below faded, breath froze in the cold air, and for 60 seconds, time itself seemed suspended, until the ball reached the bottom and 1908 arrived. The crowd erupted. This wasn't just a celebration, it was a signal, a mechanical heartbeat marking humanity's obsession with controlling time. Seconds slipped away, whether we were ready or not. What began as a workaround for a fireworks ban became a global ritual. More than a century later, the ball still falls, unchanged in purpose, reminding us that every year ends the same way, waiting for the drop. On December 31st, 1992, as the final minutes of the year slipped quietly away, a country prepared to disappear. Behind closed doors, while families across Czechoslovakia celebrated the coming new year, and at midnight, it was the end of a nation that had existed for over 7 decades. There were no tanks in the street, no gunfire, no alarms, only silence. The decision had been forged months earlier, when the politicians concluded that the Federation could no longer survive its internal division. Polls showed most people wanted unity, or at least referendum, but none came. As midnight arrived, the Czech Republic and Slovakia were born, quietly, legally, and eerily clean. In a decade defined by violence and collapse elsewhere in Europe, this bloodless ending became known as the Velvet Divorce, a reminder that sometimes the most unsettling endings make no sounds at all. On December 31st, 1998, as Europe prepared to welcome the new year, something far stranger happened behind the scenes. Money itself was frozen in time. Across 11 nations, familiar currencies were locked at midnight. The French franc, the German mark, the Italian lira, values that had risen and fallen for generations were suddenly made permanent, never to change again. As the clocks edged towards midnight, governments finalized the conversion rates, binding their economics together in a decision that could not be undone. When January 1st arrived, the euro was born, but only on paper. No coins, no banknotes, just numbers moving silently through computers, payrolls, and ledgers. For 3 years, Europeans lived in financial limbo, using old money that was already technically dead, and when the physical euros finally appeared in the year 2002, the transformation felt sudden, but the true ending had already happened at the edge of 1998. Money didn't collapse that night, it simply stopped, just waiting to be replaced. Another day, another strange bite from history. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your next Eerie dose is just a day away.